Welcome back to URL Charlotte, my debut time travel horror novel, and we're on chapter 5 today. Well, ain't you lovely today? Yeah, so they tell me. If they don't, they should. Pack a Pall Mall, sweetie. He peered at her over the counter as she turned to grab the cigarettes from the display. You okay? Your eyes look like you've been crying. No, never mind. That all's none of my business. Oh, yeah. She spoke softly to keep her head from pounding again. Guess I had a rough night. A boy? No, She pushed the cigarettes across the counter to him. Even though they were alone in the store, she lowered her voice and leaned closer. Someone broke in. At my house, not here. Home invasion? He raised his eyebrows. Your folks get the guy? Magda shook her head. You know, he said, someone breaks in my home, they're asking for a bullet to the face. And I'm happy to give them what they're asking for. I was alone. Magda shrugged. By the time the cops came, he was gone. It's just scary, right? Especially for a pretty girl. Shannon opened his wallet and tossed a $20 bill on the counter. You never know if he's just there to steal your TV or, well, if he had other plans. Glad you're okay. Thanks. She stuffed the 20 in the register, gave him his change, and leaned back against the shelf behind her. I don't know if I'll be okay until I know he's gone. As far as I know, he's still in the house, hiding. Shannon nodded and took a few steps toward the door, tapping the cigarettes against his palm. He stopped and turned back. You live up on the mountain, right? I've seen you walking in the woods. Magda frowned. Never seen you up there. If you were a deer, you wouldn't have seen me either. Shannon smiled. I hunt. Point is, I live there too. In a little cabin down by the old high school. Been there my whole life. And I got guns. Understand? I don't. Magda's head pounded again. What was he implying? I'm saying, if it happens again, come by my cabin, by the old high school. Remember that. He tapped a cigarette out of the pack and stuck it in his mouth. The door chimed again as another customer entered. Some crazy meth head might be able to hide out in the woods from the sheriff, but not from me. What meth head? The voice came from behind Shannon. Sarah moved past Shannon and stood, looking at Magda. Her eyes were puffy too, and her purple hoodie was pulled up over her head. Well, if this place don't just keep getting lovelier. Shannon nodded to Sarah, then jammed the cigarette pack in his jacket pocket and made his way to the door. Unfortunately, I gotta run. See you around, ladies. Sarah. Magda opened her mouth to say something, then realized she wasn't sure what. Hey, Mag. Sarah stuck her hands in her pockets. You want to go get some beer?